So we're gonna do the evaluation of the draft league all together.
Yeah, say hi before.
Yeah, no, I never say hi to anyone. I'm not that educated. I don't say hi.
Yeah.
I think what we agreed on with 20 is that we're gonna go by polls because we think it's gonna be very important to observe the context of the poll. First, like for example, a team can be way better in one poll and like it's way worse in its actual poll because there's a lot more threat, there's a lot more counterplays. So like if I think like that's gonna be okay with you, we're gonna go by polls.
Yeah, I agree because anyway there will be a lot of chance when it will be playoff since we will have some trades.
Yeah, exactly. Like there will be a lot of trades, so
it's
like
better to do it like that.
Exactly. The best matchups and the most important matchups are gonna be like the ones right now and the ones in the pool because you're gonna have like the 4 trades on week 4 and the 4 trades on week 7 just before the playoffs. So I think it's way more important to actually like observe them in their pool.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, I will add that we will not judge the level of the players.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
talk about the draft itself.
Okay, yeah, that's a very important point. It's that even like, for example, if we know that some players are not on the same levels as others, we're just gonna be evaluating drafts, and we're gonna determine like a seeding of every draft, so that the seeding won't reflect the actual result you will get. It will reflect, in our opinion, which results the draft should get alone in a vacuum, and then like the final result will be like that plus your level added up.
Yeah, and as well, something as well. Like I think we will just we'll judge a draft by itself first, and then look at the whole pool. I guess.
Yeah, I think it's important. We evaluate.
I think we will do like that. Like
Yeah.
first, we will just judge the draft in itself, and after we rank them on the pool. I guess.
Yeah, I think it's better that way.
And then after you have ranked in the pool, I reckon you wanna have a full ranking.
Yeah, once you do like the polls, yeah, we'll do like the full ranking, and it will be the seeding for this tournament.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the first team. So I'm gonna show it like first on the documents each time, and then I'm gonna show you the boost because we're gonna look at it globally. So this is the first team. Those are the Kansas King Gambits.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, but why is there like 5 rank C?
Okay. So
Okay.
I mean, we also have a lot.
one of the bad parts I would say about this draft, there is 5 C ranks. They did not go the B tier way, which I feel was maybe like kind of an optimal way to draft this season. And they also went for like a very costly and special pair of S tiers. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the Pokepass so that way we have like all the
biggest
information.
issue I have with this draft is that they have 0 special attackers. They only have X-Plow. That's their only special attacker.
They have Raichu as well, but like it doesn't compare to anything. Like you have a big King Gambit and the Ceruledge, like okay, they hit hard, and with Cerulege's changes, it hits pretty hard, but
It's the same King Gambit.
So
yeah, exactly, it does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So the
and
main.
Ogarpon,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, sorry, I was saying like even Ogarpon do approximately the same thing. Like they don't hit the same mons, but they do the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if you want to break like by spamming your attacks and just break the wall, it kind of works, but you have a very low speed tier because like you have ninjas that is fast, but that's all globally. The only fast thing is ninjas.
I guess Raichu.
So I'm getting the buffs
It's
here.
not that fast.
So this composition, I'm gonna explain it like for people who don't know the boosts by heart, but I'm also gonna show the boost. So it's gonna revolve mainly, I think, around King Gambit's sharpness. Intimidate is a cool ability, but you won't use it that much. So it's either sharpness or Supreme Overload. If you're not running Sucker Punch, you're gonna want Sharpness because it boosts most of your moves. Supreme Overload is for very specific reasons when you need like a boost on Sucker Punch for some roles. Pressure is going to be useless, I'm telling you. Intrepid Sword is also going to be useless, let's be real. Beam Up Blade gets the boost from Sharpness and Secret Souls also, Leverage doesn't. So this is the first hyper carry, but we can see like in the stats that King Gambit is gonna be very slow. Okay, it's very bulky, but it's not the best if you want an S tier. That at least that's my take. Is that if you have both S tier that are that slow, because okay, King Gambit is maybe slow, but Sterile Edge also is very slow for an S tier.
Yeah, that's the point. Like your fast mounts aren't that strong, so you will have a problem. Like you want to break, okay, you can do that, but it will be hard because you
have to hit first.
Most likely physically.
Yeah.
So you will hit a lot of physical, and after that, even if you break, after that you have to win. And under this time, like the opponent will play as well.
Yeah.
So you will do a big move, like you will do a big move. You will do a lot of damage. Okay, but after that, what's happening? Like.
So what I can see is you have I'm seeing some synergies here, but like what I can see is maybe you will go for like a set like this with the Grassy Seed. Mainly, the thing is I think they're gonna be playing mostly around Grassy because Ogapon gets grassy terrain.
Yeah.
You have the Prankster on Ogapon, which can help a bit to support, but unfortunately you don't have like T-Waves, things like this, which would have been very helpful. You can also maybe set up, but you're gonna see a trend where we have like a setup mon, then another setup mon, which can maybe also play Scarf because you have Sword of Rune. So it's very strong.
So that's the problem I have. Like, what is Tuxapex doing on that draft?
Yeah, I really don't like.
Tuxapex wrong. They should trade it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can see is that they just always run like special Minior.
You know what I would have seen is like the Toxapex is very useful because you have T-Spikes and Spikes, but and Spin, but what I would have liked to see would have been, instead of Cerulage plus Toxapex, I would have liked to see Gliscor plus another A, because Gliscor fit really well in this comp. You could also go for like some acrobatics bullshit with the grass seeds and things like that.
Yeah, I have to agree because for example, the problem you will have with Toxapex is that it doesn't get any pivot. So
yeah,
with a draft you want to turn on your breaker.
Yeah, because you have King Gambit, which like breaks a lot. Cerulage, which breaks a lot.
You will have to take a lot of risk with your Toxapex, because you put your Toxapex, okay, you put your Spike, but you have to switch out to put someone.
I think
does Toxapex get Dry Pass?
No, it doesn't. I don't think Toxapex has Baton Pass. Yeah, no. So no.
No, it doesn't.
The main pivots are mainly like Mignor, Ninjas,
I guess.
Raichu, yeah. So the thing is,
I mean, Exploud does get Dry Pass. I think.
Yeah, but like the thing is, but you don't want Dry Pass on Exploud. You want Dry Pass to bring.
You just want specs and good
you just want to bring Explode with Dry Pass, not Inverse.
Yeah, you just want to spam Boom Burst and that's all.
Yeah, but you do get Dry Pass for the spec set, which is, quite nice.
I still feel like the comp is not that good.
Like, I can't even agree that it's okay, because Explode being the only special breaker, you don't want to Dry Pass anyway. Like, if you involve yourself to put your Explode on the board, you have to hit. You don't want to Dry Pass with Explode.
I mean, to be fair, you also have...
Explode runs like Boom Burst, Fire Blast, Surf or something, right? So it doesn't really have the fourth slot.
Focus Blast?
Generally runs...
Focus Blast? You generally need Focus Blast.
Okay, but then you just drop Fire Blast, right? For Focus Blast.
Yeah. For example...
It depends, because a lot of drafts... I mean, on paper, yes, but since it's Draft League, the opponent will also adapt to yourself, and generally you will need 4 moves to eat everything.
Yeah, the thing is,
if you can't get away with 3.
The thing is, on this composition.
Yeah, it's okay, but
yeah, on this composition, the main problem I can see is that you went for a very breaky drafts. You don't have enough pivots, and I think you don't even have like a good defensive core to come back to if you ever need. I think Grassy Terrain was kind of a good idea, but it could have been executed way better. Because like, okay, it's good with like Cerulege, Gambit, Toxapex also cannot be EQ'd. You can also go for like acrobatics, ninjas and things like that. But the issue I have, like the main issue I have, for example, for Minior and Ninjask is why would you bother playing Grassy Seed? Why wouldn't you just play like Flying Gem?
I have another problem.
Yeah.
On the draft. Where is the ground?
The ground. the ground is in the kitchen.
Like, where is the ground type?
Yeah, I feel like the main issue of the team is that you also have to like get solo carried in terms of like resist, cell types, and everything. For example, like your fairy type is Shiinotic and Dash Buns. Those are not the best you could get.
At least Terra Water on King Gambit looks fine.
Yeah, I think it is a good one here.
It looks fine, but yeah, the game plan will globally be like we eat with everything we have, and we hope that King Gambit end the game.
I honestly have liked Terra Fairy more myself.
It depends.
To resume a bit, I would say that this draft is because we talked about some archetypes of like teams before with Alcon, and I think like this team is the type which like is not gonna play for the POs. I feel like it's gonna be hard. It's not in the contenders for PO IMO. It's gonna be like the type of team we have like 7 matches. It's gonna be maybe the type of team which does like 3-4, something like this.
Or I agree.
3-4 or 2-5.
It will grab some wins, but it will not grab enough.
Yeah, at the beginning of the picks, I would have said it could have been like 4-3, 3-4, but the problem is like we kept getting C tiers after this, and what they should have went for is maybe like 1 or more 1-pointers, but that could have given you like 10 points to invest in like the 7, 7, and 10.
Yeah, for sure.
I think like they went maybe too much on the greedy side, on like, oh, we need not to spend too much money to like not have that much D and everything, where you had like very fine 1-pointers and 2-pointers, and like, okay, you're not gonna use them a lot, but that's the point anyway of the tiers, is that whether it's a 4 or 1-pointer, you're gonna only use it in like a very specific matchup. So you have 11 mon, you need to cover a lot of things. Do we rank them now? You feel like
let's we can make a
chill list.
You can make like a mental note.
Yeah, like you can put them now and we'll change later.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just get a look at the pool. Because I didn't talk about it, but yeah, like just to go briefly on the boost, you have like Minior split it, so you have a more defensive one with Shower Up Wish, can support Rapid Spin. Main Breaker special, like we said, were Explode and maybe a bit Raichu. That's you can set up with Lilligants. That's mainly the same as regular Lilligants, except you have like regular Revelation Dance to get both stabs. Shiinotic is Shiinotic, like nothing much change about it.
Or I guess
you get Clerics and Dashbuns, and Ogerpon is like way too much boost.
Yeah, they have a sleep as well, but
yeah, they have a sleep. Like that's a good thing, but like it's not on a very good Pokemon. So if we look at the, I'm gonna like zoom as much as I can, not that much though. Yeah, if we look at the pool, I don't think
let's do that later. We'll do
yeah,
that.
you want us to like look around after? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's look at the pool after. Just now, let's put a note on the like a mental note on the.
You want maybe like to give them a first tier, like
at first I would say B or C.
I would say maybe high. I would maybe say high C.
Yeah, exactly. High C, low B.
I would say high C because I don't like I have some vision of what's gonna be low C and low B, sorry, as a whole. And I think like for me, D is gonna be like utter trash. Or like, I'm sorry because that's harsh, but that's the truth. That's the truth. There's gonna be one team.
That's her opinion.
That's
if we think your team are trash, for us it is trash. Just
yeah. The thing. Yeah, I totally agree with Alcyon. Is like this basically is gonna be like the trash tier. So if you are in this category and you think you don't deserve, well, show us wrong during the tournament.
exactly.
Please do. This is gonna be the low tiers, which to be fair, I don't want. I'm gonna say like low. I'm gonna say 2-4. No, 2-5 and 3-4. I think this is like the kind of ratio.
This is like the super upset get into playoffs, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like those are like if you upset. B is fighting for playoffs. Fighting for playoffs, I would say like maybe you are still in the 3-4. So you are like mid tiers. You are still in the 3-4, maybe 4-5, because like you are still fighting.
4-5, yeah, 4-5.
Yeah.
4-5.
A for me.
Yeah, 4-5.
A for me is like sorry.
No problem with it. Like
no problem.
I mean, A is you should make it into playoffs.
You should, for me, A is like
it's more like you probably do playoffs.
Yeah, you probably do playoffs, and S tier is like you're gonna dominate the regular. Yeah, you
like,
should
it's
top
like
the
if
group.
you don't play off, like you played badly as fuck.
Yeah, if you're not into playoff, you did so much fucking dog shit that you don't deserve to be alive.
It can happen to everyone, but it means like your build and your in-game fucked.
I think,
or you might get a lot unlucky, but
yeah, I think like the most you should get as loses with those kind of drafts is gonna be like 2. You should get 2 at most.
Yeah.
You should get 2. I do agree. Okay, so next one
we have pools.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not okay. So I don't know if I think I told everyone. Those are not gonna be the first 4 of each pool. It's gonna be a global ranking, which means like, for example, if in terms of rankings, you have 4, I don't know, maybe 5 people from the Ogopon pool and 3 people from the loyal pool. It's gonna be those 8 that passes. And it's not gonna be okay. There's only gonna be 3 people from the loyal, but that's life. You just had to be a better pool, I guess.
Honestly,
that's most likely.
We just put every team, and we don't care about.
Yeah, it's the first 8 from all teams per year. Yeah. So next one, I'm gonna close the Kansas. Next one is gonna be the Pichu platoons. They have a very special draft, I would say. I don't know if it's mean to say special. Okay, first...
I just don't understand a lot of things.
Okay, I'm not gonna be very high on the D tiers. I think most of the D tiers are useless. Clamperl can be good because it got a bit of runes. I'm gonna get the pass. Clamperl can be cool as a like setup sweeper with beads, but that's basically it.
It's fun. At least it's fun.
Yeah, you try to go for an offense with like Sticky, but the main thing which benefits Sticky is maybe gonna be like Choice Bin, Feraligatr, and Moon, and even that is less enough.
It's literally the things that I say. They want to cheese too much.
Yeah,
like they want everything to cheese, but don't do one cheese correctly.
The thing is, my big problem with that is you get lots of duplicates. First, you have I don't know why, but you see the team, you're like, okay, why the hell did they pick like Ferocity plus Gloom? Like even in D tiers, then you have more disturbing matters because that's I can be like, okay, why not? Bronzong plus. We have to talk about Bronzong plus Fatal because like basically in the tier, Bronzong got Rapid Spin. So you have like 2 teleport, Psychic, Rapid Spin, slow Pokemon. It's gonna be hard to justify having 2.
And even more than that, like literally, why is there like if you pick Bronzong, you want to have something that abuse a lot of the rain. Like you want something that eat on rain.
You have Manic Trick, that's all. Manic Trick and like Feraligatr.
Yeah, but it's just for Thunder, like
it's just for Thunder.
Like,
it's just for Thunder and like Feraligatr, I guess.
Yeah,
you also you also have Weather Ball. I think on Manic Trick. Yeah, you also have Weather Ball at least. So that's at least
you get
one thing.
Water coverage, I suppose.
Yeah, okay,
for
but
the ground types, that's pretty.
That's not enough. That's not enough because Bronzong, like. It costs a lot to pick Bronzong.
Yeah, I think my take and what I think I can also say, like I'm also agreeing with this, is like Bronzong is such a costly mon that it has been priced to be a rain setter. So if you're not using it as a rain setter in a rain team or at least a semi rain team, you are paying way too much for Bronzong because Bronzong has been tiered as a rain setter because Bronzong gets in here it gets Drizzle. So you are being tiered for a TP, Elbel, Rapid Spin, Drizzle mostly mon. If you don't go for a rain, I don't see why you wouldn't just pick only Claydol because Claydol has TP, has Rapid Spin, is bulky. You also get bounce. Like Claydol is a good pick. Don't get me wrong. I really like Claydol.
I mean, we stand like they are fine against hazard control. Like they have a good hazard control at least.
The thing is, I can get why you would maybe go for like 10 tap plus Claydol. Like that's not the best, but I can get why. But like adding Bronzong on the composition is very heavy. And plus, I want to add, because maybe some people will say, oh, but you get the Drizzle for a Rain Dish. You're never playing Rain Dish with Regenerator Tentacruel.
Yeah, exactly. You have Regenerator.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I personally don't think Tentacruel is also that good in their draft.
What I said, I can see why, because like it allows you to pivot on like your two main breakers, which are Moon and Float Eternal. By the way, for people not knowing, Float Eternal, it's like a Trux, so it's actually a very good breaker. I will give them that. It's a very good breaker. My problem with this is that you have Tentacruel, which is a fine mon. But I would have liked to see, for example, I think I told you that earlier, Akion. I would have liked to see, for example, a Cobalion on Bronzong. Like, it's another steel type, but it brings value, it brings offensive pressure, it brings speed tier. I did not check, I would have to check, like, on the tier list. Was there any good steel type left that you could have picked? I think at the time they picked, there was like Cobalion available, there was Sizer available.
I mean, Room was also still available.
Even, like, look at that, like, you could even pick Lucario.
Agron Mega.
Like, and even Lucario, because, like, you pick Lucario, look at their draft, you pick Lucario, and you can play Ferrari Gatch, Terra, and Lucario Terra. And
which would have been very, would have been very strong.
There is also another glaring weakness in their draft, and that's the complete lack of fighting types.
Yeah, that's
it's more than that.
Like they have genuinely no real good answer onto any good defensive steel type.
They also have a big issue is that you are gonna have to take a lot as Roaring Moon because you are the only Dark and Ghost resist of the team.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's gonna be.
And if they have like three spinners.
Yeah,
what you said about
which is why, and they have three spinners.
Tentacruel was the same.
Yeah, they have three spinners, and two of them are weak to Ghost, which is a major issue when you only have like your S tier, and your S tier is not gonna be an assaultless mon or defensive mon mostly. It's gonna be a setup sweeper. It's Roaring Moon, so you are gonna still take a lot from Shadow Balls, and it means that you are very lucky that no one picked Gengar because
I have something else to add.
Yeah.
Like, even without that, like a lot of mons tank well the special attacks, but there is not a lot of things that tank well physical attacks. Like Tenta doesn't like physical attacks.
I mean, to be fair, it depends on the way you spread. Like Bronzong,
but Bronzong doesn't heal.
Doesn't heal. I mean, the main issue is that your main mon which is gonna take is Tentacruel and like the defense.
Yeah, true.
You know what? I would have liked maybe in this kind of comp to like maybe take an Agron Mega and instead of like Manectric, you could have went for a more. I could feel like this draft would also have used to get a lot more potential if they had picked decent hazard control outside of spins, of course, like decent hazards, because right now you're gonna have like you have decent Stealth Rock, I'm not gonna lie, and you have Smurgle, good dog, but I would have liked to see a spiker, one mod that is dedicated to spiking, like because spikes with Roaring Moon and Floet would have been very good, like actually.
But as I said, I think the most important thing is like the Smeargle is very serious because
it's basically
either,
I'm gonna cheese.
I'm gonna cheese, but what are you gonna cheese with?
Yeah, you have nothing. You cannot stat pass. It's banned. You cannot. You have sticky webs. Like okay, good I guess.
Like, you will Dragon Dance?
Really like sticky webs because it's like 92 B.
Yeah, but like you're not. I mean, in IMO you're not setting up webs for like 1 month and your other 3 months being like 40 speed. Like that's hard.
And, I guess more than that.
Yeah.
I guess there's like Smeargle lead with Spore into.
Yeah, but you are.
So
it means you're dying.
It will never work. It will never work. Like it will never work because if I see I'm against a Smeargle and I see I will prep at least 1 sub on my team. Like,
or you will get safety goggles, or you will get like subs, or you will get
I will have something
don't.
Just
don't.
Yeah, or just don't. I will have something against that. And if I see Smeargle on the Thix, I would just lead that. And that's all.
Yeah, the thing is...
but there's one team that's gonna fall to... Trust me, there's one team that's gonna fall to Smeargle clicking Spore into pivoting into the roll.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe, but that means they are bad. Like, I don't think they are...
as well, but
yeah, I think there is no team whatsoever in like all of the ranking which doesn't have, I mean, we will see that later, but which doesn't have at least tones or things like that. So it will only be on the player's level, not on the composition level.
I'd put these in D tier to go on.
Yeah, I think as well. I think it's the first D tier.
I would not. I don't know if I would say it's trash, but yeah, I can agree. I would maybe put it in low C.
Maybe it's the lowest tier, but for now, I find them significantly worse than the King Gambit team.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like they have the same problem.
Yeah, and they don't have any. I agree with you. They don't have any synergy.
Do the same thing. But the King Gambit mons, what they do is they just kill someone.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that they have less synergy, and I also agree that like the only thing like that could prevent me from putting them in D is that I feel like Roaring Moon, Floyd Eternal might just like carry the team like every single match and eat like a truck. That's everything. Like that's all. So I mean I could see them in low C. I don't know if D is. Yeah, they could go in D actually, maybe. I'm not sure.
I also want to point out that I don't like their
anyway, it's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary.
So
I don't like Terra, Steel, and Floette either.
Okay, I'm just not gonna be as specific as you. I don't like not Terrain or Roaring Moon. Period. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's
where the fuck did you not put Flying Dark? Like, tell me, like.
No, you're right. Yeah, but like even if we were saying you want a Terra Floette, I wouldn't pick Steel.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't show a lot. I didn't show a lot of the boost, but like basically also like just to resume a bit, Fire Alligator gets pivoting options and more options to like set up. For example, SD Scout Shot can be called. With Crash also, you have Intimidate to set up, but you're mostly gonna stick to Sheer Force. Float Eternal basically gets Fairy Aura for its Big Stab, Light of Rune, and Dark Pulse to combo with Dark Aura. And you have Revival Blessing, which is like also a big props. And Tentacruel is basically like Regi, Spin, Coverage, Pivot, and Rico. And you have on Roaring Moon, you have a lot of abilities to set up more easily. You have Moxie setup, which is like the only reason I would not put this in D is because you have like Moxie setup, I Relate with returns, Intimidate to set up, and Strong Jaw with the fucking move Jawlock. And Collision Cross. Like that is the only reason I would not put them as low, but we can always revisit. I agree.
I mean, the issue is that because you don't have Terra on Roaring Moon, any fairy type move just kills it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, is that you are lucky nobody drafted Gengar, because like that would have been a ghost. Your only ghost race is taking Dazzling Gleam is not the best.
Oh yeah, and you can like most ghosts learn Will-O-Wisp, so you can't really afford to switch onto a Shadow Ball and just get I got Will-O-Wisp. You just
understood how we beat like
I have another problem.
Yeah?
I have another problem, and it's that Damn Flame is very shy.
Yeah, Damn is very shy.
Yeah. But
them roast them. Come on.
What happened to your sound?
My sound?
Okay, nice, fine.
Okay. I think personally they are way worse than the Kingdom League, the precedent one. Like,
I do agree that they are not that good in comparison.
I think they just got Roaring Moon and that's all. I don't think for Eternal it's hard, but you lose a lot of life, a lot of life by just inching.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but like you don't only have like Light of Rune, you also have like this. You have Moonblast, which, to be fair, with Fairy Aura, it's decently hard also.
Yeah.
Do you have a calc in mind? I'm gonna calc, for example, on my poison. Like, yeah, it does a lot non-invested.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does a lot, but it's not the problem with the mon. Like, it does a lot, okay, but what is it doing out of that?
I mean, your poison doesn't resist fairy.
Yeah, I know.
If you hit it on my poison, it's just gonna.
But just what is your poison again?
Revavroom.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, overkill, man, okay. Yeah, but on Muck.
Like, what are you gonna do?
How much do you take on Muck? Yeah, okay, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Does this fucker get Psychic?
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. How much do you do? I just want to like do some calculations to just see like if you can, because at the end of the day, if you can just go around, yeah. 80. I mean, to be fair, we are being very mean, like King and Muck, but that's the base of poison types. That you can always slot Nestle Vest, and also it's a special attack, and so it's gonna be like it's gonna eat Assault Vest all day.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yeah,
we need to move.
I fell.
This video is gonna be like 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Oh, I have a lot of things to say on this draft.
Oh,
okay. Okay. I'm just gonna begin.
People will think we are mean.
Yeah. I have a lot of things to say. First, I think Terra Ogopoint is not in any way, shape, or form good in this draft because you are if for some fucking reason Showdown didn't fucking lock. I don't know why they locked it. Like, it's literally locked. It's not like you can put another type and they will say, oh, it's strong. You cannot change it. Because like if you could put another type, I would have allowed it here, but you can't. So you are basically fire. Also, just to give some context, the Ogerpon can be played without the mask, but the mask is basically free expel bullets on all of your moves, so it doesn't depend on super effective or not. All of your moves, like that's basically just an item. The reason
a weaker life orb,
exactly.
Yeah, not even weaker. I think it's better than life orb.
Yeah, because you don't take.
I mean, purely on power base, it's weaker because you have 1.2.
Purely on power,
But you don't take recoil.
The main issue I have, so I'm just gonna do like because I think that it will be better each time if I do that. But like I'm gonna do just a quick presentation of the mon. Crystal gets spiked, so you get some utility out of it, and Rough Skin to like maybe rock helmets things out. Carbine gets a lot of interesting defensive capacity, whether like Prism Armor, it proved to be an even more solid resist to fires, and Levitate to avoid EQs. Oranguru is basically gonna be like anti-hazards with like Defog Prankster, Magic Bounce. You also have way more survivability with Slack Off, and you can set up the Tailwind. Prankster is very cool. Lithium it's way harder with Sharpness and gets access to Clerics. That's basically it. Dragonair basically sets up every climate. You also have a lot of coverage for the DD or now CM sets. Rotom Frost gets adaptability, so you know the Bulb Beam. It's gonna be nasty. You have Freeze Dry, very good mon, and you get some Prankster. Beedrill, so the abilities on Megas are not for the Mega, they are just like for the base form, so we don't care about Tinted. First impression is very huge on this one, like I feel it's very, very huge. And if you do get to set up a T-Spike with Beedrill, Barbarage can also be very cool. Starmie has 3 great ability, Regenerator is gonna be cool, Force Spinning, Compound Eye to not miss like Blizzard or Ice Pump, and Neuroforce. I mean, you have a lot of coverage, so it's basically an expirable as an ability. You have Luminous Crush also to predict switch-ins, and Calm Mind is gonna be nasty. Ogapons, I'm not gonna tell the full fucking errands courses list.
Yeah, this one is crack.
You have a lot. You have things. Basically, what you need to know is you can boost your spin now. You have Prankster plus Earth Swap, to avoid like setup supers in the opposition, and you have Flash Fire to get immune and Unburden plus SD. Tinglu gets a heal, more stabs, and basically stamina and Solidora to take more.
Let's not lie. Tinglu just got ill. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't care. We don't care about the rest.
Yeah.
It's some little boost, but we don't care.
Yeah. It's Tinglu. And Celesteela gets things to like bypass immunities, which can be called for like EQ with triple lace. You can also play Flame Orb Flare Boost for the special set, which is very good. And you get Flare Blades for Soul types and Butter Press, which I think is a very fine addition. My main issue, before you say anything, I'm gonna say it right now: hazard control.
Yeah. Yep.
The thing is,
let me count. I can do the count. Organ Pound Flame, Beedrill, Rotom Frost. Okay. What's your counterplay? Oh yeah, Oranguru. Okay, fine.
You have Oranguru Defog and Starmie.
You have Starmie.
You have Starmie. The thing I told Olkion earlier, and I told him a lot this week, is that I felt this team, because you want the mask on Ogerpon because that's how you deal the most fucking damage. But if you do that, you don't have boots. Beedrill Mega cannot run boots, and the best sets of Rotom Frost might very well be Scarf or Specs, so you don't run boots. The issue I have with this team is also that Tinglu takes T-Spikes, Stealth Rock, then Celesteela a lot, and Celesteela has to switch in on things. So basically this team gets obliterated by a team with good hazards. If you put a T-Spike, it's gonna, like, even if we're talking, oh yeah, but Starmie, and if Starmie doesn't run HDB, you're taking the T-Spike. Like that's, you have to in your Beedrill to remove the T-Spikes, so you take the rocks now.
So you need to run like Regenerator, HDB, Rapid Spin on Starmie every game.
Yeah.
Or you have to play Oranguru. It's very rough. Like,
I would still say that's a major weakness, but the team still has like strong options. I would not say it's a bad team, like a very bad team, but it's not very bad. You're gonna have to be way better than your opponents, I think, if you want
exactly.
to.
It's a B-tier team for me because
I don't know if I would put it in B. I feel like it's better than the King Gambit.
I think it's
maybe
exactly.
C, but it could be B because like the mons you do have are pretty darn scary.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have also.
Like the problem with this team is you have a lot of breakers, and then you have Mega Beedrill with Fellstinger, which
that's what I was thinking. That you have a lot of hazards, and you have Fellstinger. So if you weaken them enough, you can get the Fellstinger. Also, first impression is also very good to force pressure and get free U-turns. The only problem is that you have a lot of pivoting, like your Ogerpon, Starmie, Beedrill, Rotom.
Don't forget the Autotomizer Celesteela.
Yeah. Like I mean, to be fair, the team is very strong with Celesteela. Celesteela is for me, like we are talking about Beedrill and Ogerpon, but like Celesteela for me is the fucking carrying the team, because like Flare Boost Celesteela is on another level.
Honestly, the biggest issue I have with it is that they have a singular good fire switch in.
Oh, by the way,
Celesteela.
Sorry. Celesteela Flare Boost gets burned, and thus you get creeped by the rocks. Sorry, continue. That's another big downside.
But I have another problem. Like, Starmie have to do everything.
Yeah, Starmie has basically to carry the whole team. Like, it's incredible.
Like, Starmie
has
have
both your fire resist and your spinner and your hazard control, like everything.
And your water resist.
Yeah, also.
And your water resist.
And your water resist.
Yeah.
So
and your fighting resist.
And your fighting resist.
Yeah. No, you have Beedrill.
Beedrill. You have Beedrill. But that's it. Beedrill doesn't want to switch in twice.
No, you can just like stop after switching. Like you don't want to switch in.
I have another problem.
Yeah.
Like fairy type.
Like,
fairy type as a coverage, not as a main type, but as a coverage. Like you put any move, like any fire type, any fighting type with fairy coverage.
Yeah, I do feel you on that.
Yeah.
No, every fighting type what is it? Dark coverage or
or dark coverage.
For example, I know a certain Float Eternal.
Yeah, for example, this team lose to Float.
I mean, the other problem with this is like every single fighting type that learns knockoff, which is basically every single fighting type, because we're using that. Knockoff hits Beedrill because it's Mega Beedrill, so you never knock the item, so it's always like a base. What is it? 97 type move, and it hits Starmie super effectively. And if it's Boots Starmie, then suddenly, oh yeah, you can't really be a hazard control anymore because you take hazard damage.
Exactly.
Even more than that, like I just looked at the fight and rock coverage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough.
Yeah, I mean, fighting puts you in a very
just fighting with a coverage. Like
the thing is, if we were considering the high matchup, I could see a case where it's there, but because I think like most matchup are going to be very hard and you have to like play better than your opponents, I would put it there. It definitely has some potential, but like for example, like I told you, like
offensively it's scary.
Yeah, it's a lot of little things. Like it's the weakness to rocks. It's the fact that, for example, you love Barbar Rage on this Pokemon, but you also have to like slot T-Spikes, or else you have to account for Barbar Rage poisoning. Like it's a lot of little details. Like your Starmie having to carry Ogerpon, which has to decide between Boots or Mask, and like it's very small things, but like all added up, it means that in a lot of matchups you're gonna have to out prep and outplay your opponent. So I think like the team has the tools to out prep, but you have to.
Yeah, exactly. You have to very well. Yeah, you have to prep like 3 days, like for the world day for 3 days, like to do something with the team.
Yeah.
It will be very hard to do something.
It's
but
not a
when
bad
it
team.
will work, it will work very well. Like
yeah, I think it's very hard.
If you prep a good matchup, it's basically win.
Yeah.
Like if you manage to prep to have a good matchup, I think you instant win.
Exactly. Like this team will have a hard time having a good matchup, but if it does, it wins. Like
yeah.
Okay, I do feel that. Next team is gonna be. I have a lot of things to say.
Again? Oh no, not the Steelix and Clodsire combo.
Okay, so okay, so let's talk about this.
So good.
Let's talk about the sticky Clodsire Steelix team. Okay, so first, why is there 9-tails there? Like.
Ninetales is sus. Ninetales is very sus. Ninetales is very.
I don't know why 9-tails is here, so I'm gonna do like again. Yeah.
Yeah, I would let you.
Yeah, just do like the quick overview. Masquerain get Glare for the lead slots. You get Hunter's Prankster to like T-Wave will always strengths up. Minfu is basically like on Hormones. You have Unburden, SD, Surgic Strike. A lot of things going on for it. Ninetales has Fruit, which to be fair can be used for a fire type defensively, but we'll talk about that later. Infernal Parade, Mystical Power. Basically, you eat a lot more types, which I mean to be fair makes the mon way better than before. I will at least give it that. Steelix has ground immunity, basically free rock helmets. Headlong Rush, if you want to be like the cool dude who would play Steelix DD, I guess. Demon Storm to its flying type, and two very cool addition in Coil for the setup set, and Rapid Spin Glare to the utility. Lycanroc gets mostly stakeouts to its other pursuits to punish. Sceptile is a demigod. You have like Sharpness for the blade, you have Regenerator, you turn fake outs for the pivoting. And you also get like Trade Blaze if you want to do like SD setup sets. You have Unburden, but why the fuck not? Clodsire and Tapu Fini can now pivot and has an energy ball for water types.
Clodsire being Clodsire.
Zapdos has ball big for mixed sets. I've played Weakness Policy before with this. And you also have like Electric Immunity, which you clearly need. And
yeah, a dragon, a grass type, 2 ground. Yeah, Electric Immunity.
Yeah, and also you have the classic Zord, which like is very strong. You have also the DD set with a lot of new options: Dragon Ascent, Headlong Rush, Collision Course. We're not gonna get into everything, but like it's cool coverage. You take that.
Yeah, Zard Hicks is a very good man. I think.
Yeah, Zard Hicks.
Very hard to play, but.
So we were talking about the need of removal. I think they did fine. They took a very good spinner in Steelix. Okay, it will be easier if we do the review like this, because like the team will be better. So basically,
I swear to God, it's true. Like, what the fuck are people still picking Clotsire? Like,
no, the thing is not like
it's so giga based.
Stop to pick this mon.
This month. I mean, to be fair, we just talked about another very sucky mon, but
yeah, but like literally, Clotsire is Tinglu, but bad. Like Tinglu isn't even that good. Like it's fine, but Clotsire is like Tinglu, but from Wish.
It's Tinglu at home.
My main issue with this team, I'm gonna explain it like fairly quickly. I just have to like check if this also gets what I think it gets. Okay, it gets this like
when still you are saying that, I will add that it's not even for Atom. It's like McDonald's Tinglu. Like
it's so horrible.
You are eating a very cool burger.
My problem,
and then you have a fucking Big Mac.
My problem, I'm gonna tell you my problem with the team. My problem is that you have Steelix, you have Lycanroc, you have Clodsire, you have Sticky Webs, and you are in a composition where you want to defog all the time for Charizard. That is my main issue. Is you're gonna put everything on the field. No, but
one spinner.
Yeah, but you're gonna put everything on the field to remove it, which I find very funny.
Honestly, you will lose the game trying to remove the hazard without doing anything.
Like, I
will not have the time to do anything. We just defog and rapid spin all of the game, and you will lose.
That being said, I do feel like Sceptile is a very good option. Steelix is a very good option. Finny is also great. Zapdos is also great, and Zardex is a fantastic mon. I just don't think like that's the best comp. And I'm gonna be real. I said I'm not gonna talk about the players to judge the draft. I'm just gonna say this draft. If you did not tell me, I would have said I could have put my balls in a bet to say that Bill helps build this draft, because if you see a Tapu Fini, Clodsire, Zapdos, I know it's Bill. Like it has to be. It's way too much in it.
Bill, listen to me. Listen to me right now, Bill. Stop playing Clodsire.
Yeah.
Stop it! No, for real, like you put anything else on Clodsire, the team is better.
Yeah, I feel like you also had a very even if you wanted to go the double ground route, you had like Mamoswine, you had things like that. Like you had Ursa,
even at the same price, like I would prefer Golurk on Clodsire. Like,
bro, I would prefer Girafarig at 10 over Clodsire.
Yeah.
Not even remotely close.
Yeah.
Like, now for real, I just don't understand the Clodsire pick. Like the draft was fine, not that good, but fine. And Clodsire.
And basically the problem.
And it gets a Tira.
The problem I have also with this mon is that Clodsire is made for stack hazards. You are in a removal draft, which means you're gonna defog a lot, and also you put like, of course, like you said, you put the Terra on it, where there is like, I don't know, Zapdos and Sceptiles, like two of the best potential Terra user you could get in the tournament.
Yeah, even Tapu Fini is very cool.
Yeah,
you can get Tapu Fini.
Also, I forgot to add, but on the whole other things, you are playing a T-Spike team with Misty Surge Tapu Fini. And you are playing Zard X with Misty Surge, which reduces the power of Dragon moves.
Yes.
Does Tapu Fini get any other abilities?
It has, but it means that you are not paying like I said with Bronzong, you are not paying the full price then, because Tapu Fini is 18 because you can put the Misty Surge. Like that's
for sure. But like, okay, so it's if you really need the Dragon Power, you can opt to not run Misty Surge.
I mean, Shell Armor Tapu Fini is not the best I could say. I mean, at least you can switch in on Wicked Blow. That's something, I guess.
Yeah,
and Surging Strikes.
Which you could already.
Yeah.
Because you resist both.
So, yeah.
I guess. Okay. I guess you could.
for real, I think this team will win some game.
Yeah.
It's gonna
this
win.
team will win.
Yeah.
It's gonna win. It's B. It's B. Yeah.
I don't know if I would put it in B.
No, it's a B.
Because like if
it's better than the.
Yeah, but I think if we were that harsh to P2 for not having any synergy, I feel like this team is very much like anti-synergy.
Yeah, but look at P2. Look at P2. Look at the draft.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And go back.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can see. My point is, okay. It also like it has better individualities, but it still lacks a lot of synergies.
But unlike the P2 drafts, you don't put all your eggs in the basket of a Roaring Moon.
Yeah, for example, like Sceptile is majority like a good pivot, but what is
my point was mainly like if this team is a contender for the playoffs, like you better not lose to it in the last weeks because like that should not be a contender. I know, like that's very odd. I can see putting it here like at for now, but we'll see.
All right, more than that, I want to talk about the Ninetales. Like, Ninetales is a kind of monster that looks like a very good pick at low price and things. But in fact, you look at his stats. Like look at Ninetales stats. It is not a defensive mon. Like, it is not a defensive mon.
Also, you have Fur Coat, so you would be tempted to be like, oh, but then I can boost the defense. But the thing with like fire types is a lot of your weaknesses come from the special side, and you have to slot boots.
No, from the physical side.
No, I mean the biggest weakness for me is Hydro Pump. Like EQ and everything you can get around with immunities. Hydro Pump for me is the main weakness of fire types.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you take every water moves, and I mean when you put Ninetales in, if you don't have Drought, like if you don't have Drought, like it means you are playing Fur Coat. Then you just say, hey, water type come in, and when the water type come in, you have to put Clodsire, and Clodsire kill all your momentum.
And let's just remember that we already have trouble removing the hazards for Charizard, so
yeah, exactly.
Gonna play boots.
So losing momentum again and again and again and again, yeah, it's very rough.
Yeah, very rough. Okay.
But there is that X.
Yeah, there is that X. Storytelling. Next one.
Zapdos is a good pick.
Next one is
after saying like after looking at it again, it's not B. It's IC but not B.
Yeah, that's
I agree. Yeah, it's not B.
The next one is a bit of a tone shift.
At least an A.
Yeah.
This is one of the best drafts.
So
this draft is so fucking scary. Like I don't want to play this.
Okay, so first thing, Wutro is at least a bit of utility with SR, but it's mainly useless. You get more things with Dunsparce, which makes it a very good low price. Rockquaker with Power Herb is very funny, especially with Unburden or a Rocky Payload, depends. You finally get Defog. You have like Tough Close and Sun Slash, and Spiky Shield can be good with Iron Bobs to like chip away. This thing has sharpness to boost things like Aqua Cutter, and you also have like Ceaseless Edge.
Okay, not just that. Kingler have Ceaseless Edge.
Yeah.
That's all.
Slurpuff is basically gonna put the sticky and be unburdened. Like no new things is very useful on it, except if you want to play like a defensive Slurpuff with like I don't know recycle Gluttony, like do your things. Taurus Paldea Fire is gonna be great to check a lot of things. You have, I mean, Sub-Super is not that big, but Sheer Force is cool. Liability is cool. You have Intimidate on base form. I'm basically presenting only the new things, so if you don't know like the things of the base mount, just look into the builder. Stamina is very good also. Like I would argue it can be even better than Intimidate on a lot of matchups. Idle Rush is also like a lot of new moves to go with Reckless, so very cool. Glimmer Levitate is huge. Zora Kisui...
More than huge, I would say it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Zora Kisui is very happy to have like return because every month gets returned in the game.
Okay, now for real, Zora Kisui is the main problem because of the 2S.
Yeah. Also, I would like to point out that I think that this mofo got Poltergeist. So
Yeah.
you have
Yeah, it can be a
Poltergeist.
physical
You have
attacker now,
Poltergeist
so.
Return or NSD or Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot. Illusion. And the thing that makes you threatening is that you cannot even know if Zoroark is illusion because it could always be like tough close. Because if they lead, you cannot check. The main thing about this draft is that you have Latios Mega, you know the power of this mon. Now you can hit fairies, you can drop this defense boost speed, and you have U-turn to pivots. The main issue of this draft is fucking Melmetal.
Fuck that mon.
You basically you only get Amara. My main issue with this draft is that they did not draft Terra Melmetal. Thanks God.
Yeah, no, I agree. They should have put Terra on Melmetal for sure.
Like Terra Steel and a defensive one.
They sent me the Terras like 1 hour ago. I was like, oh yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I won't have to face this into playoffs. I mean they can still change it, but shh.
Nah,
I mean, I also don't like
video
Fairy on Dunsparce myself.
It
I
will
like
be
Ghost
private.
more, but yeah.
No, I mean, the only problem with this draft, I think, it's the top 5 and one more.
The removal. The removal is.
Yeah, it's the top 5 plus 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be top 5.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're always bringing.
And
the same
spoiler alert, the top
probably Kingler.
The last one is gonna be Kingler and Slash. Like
yeah. Either you need a removal or you need more spikes and
or you run Sticky Web Slurp if you're.
I mean, right? Sticky Web with Melmetal is not like the best thing ever. Like to be fair.
I mean, you can run Sticky Web Melmetal.
But with Latios, it's very good. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but this just Melmetal plus Zoroark. Fuck off! I don't want to play that.
Yeah,
I think no one wants to play against that. Like
I think we can be. I mean, I would put it in S. Because I think it's. I mean, we're gonna see it with the Bulls, but I think this should be the number 1 of the pool. Like I don't see any teams.
Win it. Yeah, they should dominate.
Yeah, they should dominate absolutely. But I can see maybe an A because the point you said is that you will have to be 5 plus filler. But I don't think the 5 is bad enough to justify filler. I just think that to have Glimora and your fifth mon be Kingler or Slash is a bit redundant in some way. Also, the water resist is Latios Mega, so it's a very good mon. I agree, but you only have 1.
It's not what I mean, I think the main problem will be Melmetal having to do a lot of things on the defensive.
Yeah.
You have to tank steel types, you have to tank you have to tank
you can also
type.
I mean, to be fair, Tauros Paldea can help a bit on the steel types and everything.
And the fairy as well, but
fairies no. Fairies no. You take neutral, you dip up on the Moonblast.
I think the team will just be I win before you win. It will just
that's their plan.
Yeah.
My only issue is that they may the only way I see them not qualifying is that if they play only Stackers or sacking mons and they don't qualify by goal over rage is the only way.
I might think that the main problem will be a lack of win count, I guess. They have a lot to break, they have a lot to lure the opponent.
They have.
I mean, to be fair, I would not say they don't have. I would say Latios Mega can act as a win con with Esper Wing.
I agree, but what's gonna make your Latios Mega wins? What is gonna make Latios in a position to instant win?
Memento Glimora.
But Melmetal's okay. Let's say it kills 2 months before dying. Globally. At least, let's say 2 months before dying. Yes, you are in a good position, but in what's left, what is putting your Latios in a winning position?
Zoroark.
Yeah, Zoroark can...
Not really, because once it's not a good word. It's once.
It's once.
Once Melmetal is dead, you are not luring anything with Zoroark. You will majorly eat special with Zoroark. You will sometimes play physical, but globally, a lot of games it will be special. And once it's special, globally, what was Latios and Zoroark is kind of the same. So I mean by that against someone that doesn't prep a lot, maybe it will be very easy to win with Latios, but against someone that is very well prepped, it will be a little harder to win with Latios. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be harder, but it's gonna be doable for sure. Like, you have Kingler as well.
Yeah,
Kingler
it's
on
doable.
the physical side is gonna bonk stuff as well.
It's doable. I'm not saying it's doable. I'm just saying that it may be a weak point compared to some draft.
I mean, the biggest weak point I feel is the fact that they just have almost no good ground switching.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they have Levitate on Glimora and they have Latios Mega. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Bombardier also, like maybe you can slot if you're
Yeah,
really
I
facing
mean, maybe
if you are
really
facing a very good ground type, then yeah. You go.
I have one in mind.
No.
I have two in mind. Yeah, okay. But yeah. This team is very good.
I could see a case for A, but like I feel like S.
Nah, it's S. But leave it in the S tier.
For ATM, let it on S.
Yeah.
We'll see later, but for the moment,
onwards to
the
next one.
Honestly, it's S tier.
Okay, the next one, I'm just doing like the quick warning. The next one is a very funny one.
It's the BGs.
It's the BGs. So exactly. So the BGs were a bit of fun during the early drafts because they first drafted Dondozo.
It's those ones, nah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just say, I'm gonna go briefly. Mercurial, Prankster, you get knockoff, which is good. That's basically it. Rayboot, it's Rayboot. Like it has some boost, but it's Rayboot. It has core change, which is like the biggest thing. Roselia, Spike Shield, and Sludge Wave. I would say those are the main things. Solar Power maybe, but not here. Kilowatt Roll gets Wind Rider, which can be cool. To be fair,
Kilowatt Roll is a very good monster.
Yeah, Defog also. World Cup is good. Bulbake is fine. Umbreon gets shit tons of abilities like Intimidate, Shadow Shield are very good ones. Lunar Dance is also great to help support. You also get like some moves, and Balibat, which is basically 80 power Dark type, which sets up Reflect, so can be cool. Mudsdale, Assault for the Choice Bin set, which are quite good. Subsipper, which makes you immune to grass, and Milk Drink, along with the Long Rush. When I was talking about good ground types, those are the kind of good ground types I was talking about. Pheasant DBD levitates for the immunity to ground. Seren Grace is not that useful, maybe. Jolwing Bits, I think, Jolwing Bits allows you to
be physical.
To proc your ability Toxic Chain like 2 times eating. You also get Spotting Shot to pivot more outside of few turn. Sucker Punch is very good for an SD set. You have Switcheroo to like do some stupid thing with Black Sludge and everything. Knockoff, Full Play, Defog, which basically a good support mod. And can be a grounded poison or not. Dondozo, it's him. Axorus with Sheer Force Life Orb can be terrifying, especially with like all of the things. Glaive Rush, which is very good. Collision courses for the Steel types. And for me, the 2 best mon of the draft, obviously there are S tiers, but like even more than in the other drafts. Prankster plus Fallen is very huge with like sub CM or sub sets.
Sub CM sounds so disgusting.
Dazzling is very useful in this tier because you have a lot of priorities and it makes you immune to Accelerock, Aqua Jet, and Sucker Punch, and Shadow Sneak. Incredible. Infernal Parade can also be very cool because it gives you an even more spammable thing if you have Steel Spikes up. And
you forgot something. You forgot the Trend Sub Prankster that is fucking
that's very strong.
Like it's fucking disgusting.
Gallade, Priority 1, Priority 2, Psyblade. So a good psychic type stab that cannot miss. So yeah, this composition is not as bad as people like thought it would be at the beginning. I just feel like from all the options you have, you could have maybe gotten a bit more offensive because like the 3 first mon are like, oh yeah.
You're lagging a bit. You're lagging a bit.
Oh sorry. Am I lagging? Okay, wait. I'm having a bit of lags.
No, not anymore.
No,
It's
fine.
fine now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
okay, let's test. Let's test. Marco.
Polo.
Polo.
Okay, you are lagging yeah, a bit.
Okay.
Not a lot, but you have like
Okay.
1 or 2 seconds.
So
No. He
Okay, now it's fine.
there.
Now it's fine.
okay,
now it's
perfect.
fine.
So
was
the
lag, that
thing
was
the
green
thing is this draft is like Gallade, Blacephalon, Axorus, Kilowatt Roll, Muzdale, which can also be played offensive and put Sers, and then you have like Fezzantibity and Dodozo, which are like just we lost ourselves, by the way, we're here. I feel like Fezzantibity can be a good pick, but it's also a poison which doesn't set up the spikes, which in an offense is not best. And you have Dondozo. I don't know why he's there. I don't know why Umbreon is there also, but at least he can Lunar Dance. So I don't know why Dondozo is there.
I think they went in another way. They were thinking like, okay, we take some breakers, we have a defensive core, and at
It
the
looks
moment,
like a balanced team
like,
to me.
At
Like
the moment, Axorus will skate shot and win.
I think like the point is like to play a balance. Like literally, you are only playing like half your team defensively, half your team offensively.
You're lagging.
Oh wait, I will do a speed check. Let me restart.
You're here?
Yeah, should be good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think like they went for some kind of balanced team in the literal way, where they took like half their team defensively and half offensively. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the best for me.
Oh, honestly, the draft isn't very good, but
It's not very bad
Galad
either.
plus-
Like
Galad plus Blacephalon like gives them a wall.
I would put them in
Like
D.
B tier.
I would
Yeah,
put them in D
it's
for
B tier
sure.
Yeah. Without Galade and Blacephalon, it would be C.
Yeah.
But since they have Galade and Blacephalon, it's probably B.
Yeah, the S tiers carry them, and that's fine.
Yeah. Those are like
Yeah.
okay. So just like because that can maybe seem dumb, like oh yeah, of course those are speed tier like S tiers. Of course they're gonna carry them. Just to make sure, like those are very good S tiers. Is why we're saying that. It's like they are S tiers. If you put them together in any single comp, almost like they would carry the draft so much higher. Like in every possible comp, I think like those are two very good S tiers, especially paired up.
Yeah.
So like those are not just good because they're S; they're good for the price. I
and
think
as well,
yeah.
Fairytera Blacephalon is kind of good.
Yeah. Oh my lord! I didn't.
Fairy.
Oh my lord! It's incredible.
It works well here.
Yeah, it works very well here. I would say it's very strong. The only thing I could say to say like it's not the best is maybe you could have went the Axorus Terra way, but I really like Blacephalon Terra.
I would also say that a weak point is where is your steel type? But yeah.
You have an offense, so like maybe you're like, oh, I don't need to be immune or resist fighting if I have like.
Then if you think like that, then why picking Dondozo?
Yeah, that's my issue with the team. It's like it's an offense, but you have like your fucking ass between two chairs. It's like yeah.
Didn't they first pick Dondozo?
Yeah, it's my issue.
They did.
No, okay, no. They first picked Dondozo and then proceeded to take Blacephalon. Which is
okay, right. Yes, right.
And then they went back to Umbreon. Then they took Axorus. Then they went back to Fezzantibity. Then I don't know. Yeah. It's very funny. Yeah.
The biggest thing is like you're gonna always bring the same 6, I think.
I mean, to be fair,
maybe the same 5. And
the problem with this team, I would not agree with you because the problem with this team is that, like a lot of draft, it suffers it suffers from +6 syndrome, where you want to bring, of course, your 2 S tiers, Axorus, Fezzantibity in a lot of matchups, Mudsdale in a lot of matchups. You also want to bring Dondozo. You also want
I disagree with you on one thing. You don't want Mudsdale and Dondozo on the same team.
I mean, but you also wanna patch. Like if you take either Dondozo or Mudsdale, you wanna patch the special side. Like either you're gonna take also Fezzantibity or Umbreon. and either you're gonna take like you also maybe want to play Kilowatt Roar because it is a very good mon, especially in this comp. So like it's not to say that you want to slot every mon at once. It's just say like you have a lot of good mons, but they maybe overlap a bit, and that's the only reason you're gonna maybe put only 6 mon in the builder.
I will add something that I just see. Kilowatt tier ground is not very good.
Yeah, you are basically never clicking. Water was insane. I'm telling
water
you,
is insane. Even fairy type is insane.
Yeah, but like water, you cannot get hit by grass types.
Exactly.
If you are flying, they don't want to click that, and you get rid of like every weaknesses being rock and ice. So ice you even resist. And here you are still weak to ice. You still like at least you resist rock. So I guess you don't need to run HDB, but like that's not the best. Yeah.
I mean, you still need to run HDB.
No, if you are ground. Oh yeah, if you take like spikes or spikes. No, if you are ground, it's what I meant.
Yeah, but you need to Terra first. So
but like you can. I mean, you can make. I played with Alcon. I played Kilowatt Roar last season, and we didn't have to like Terra. We could Terra very early, like is my thing.
Yeah.
Before.
I mean, but it depends on the draft then.
Yeah.
But like in this draft, you generally want to Terra Blacephalon anyway. So.
I think it can win though. It can win.
Oh yeah.
It's B.
Playoffs.
It can get playoff.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
Another issue of the team here is the lack of pivot.
Yeah, I mean, you only have like this as a pivot, and Kilowatt Roar, I agree with you, it's very hard.
I mean, there is Dry Pass on the Umbreon as well.
Do you have Baton Pass on Blacephalon? Because if yes, that's huge.
Teleport?
Okay, no, you don't.
I mean, doesn't it get teleport from...
you never play teleport on Blacephalon, like ever.
Yeah, and you never play.
You die.
And do you have Baton Pass on maybe Mudsdale?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Mudsdale doesn't.
You do, but...
Yeah. No, Mudsdale doesn't.
So only Umbreon gets the Dry Pass.
Yeah, I mean, Onskro maybe
Onskro gets U-turn for sure.
Yeah, but also but U-turn. Yeah, Baton Pass. Yeah, but Baton Pass was better. Parting Shot is definitely what you're gonna run. But like
if it gets it, does it even get Parting Shot?
No, it doesn't.
No, it gets U-turn though.
Yeah, but like the thing is, if you have Prankster, you would have liked to get Baton Pass.
Yeah, or Parting Shot.
Yeah, or Parting Shot.
Yeah, but even more Baton Pass because you don't get fucked by Clear Amulet and Dark types. So.
But and their other control is like Court Change on Rabbit. So.
Yeah.
The only thing is you have Defog here and Defog on Kilowatt Roar, and
but you don't want neither of them to play Defog.
Yeah, and you have Blacephalon, which is like needs Defog support. It needs it. I mean, the only thing I can say is like, okay, maybe you can run Boots, and because you run Boots, you are anyway not gonna get knocked off, because if you get knocked off, you die. So, so maybe at least there's that. But that means that you cannot run leftovers. That means that you cannot. That means that you cannot run leftovers.
Or even Life Orb, or even just a Specs or a Scarf on some matchups.
Yeah, basically for me, it means that they're gonna have to run like leftovers, Specs, or Scarf very few times and a lot more boots.
Yeah, it will be a lot of PVGT boots.
Yeah. All right. Next team is. Okay. So FF. FF's forfeiting the match.
Forfeit.
Okay, so this team has a lot going for it and a lot not going for it.
Yeah, it's both good and bad. Like,
yeah.
Okay, let's check. So Ponytuggler is a meme. You don't care.
It's a mascot.
Yeah. Okay, oh, it has fluffy. Okay, yeah.
No, fuck off.
Drizzle. I don't remember the special attack stat of Drizzle. But
good.
Okay.
Yeah, with Water Bubble, it's very okay. Like it's very okay. You have Protean. You have for Water Bubble set. You have Splotch.
I just see something very scary. Like just with Drizzle, this team is using better a Bronzong than the teams that have.
Yeah, exactly. This team would have been better with Bronzong. Exactly. Morpeko basically brings spin, I guess, and like parting shots.
Yeah, it's spin, pivot.
Yeah, it gets knockoff. Okay. It gets knockoff now, which is good.
Yeah, it's okay. Like it's not a bad pick.
You have galvanized rapid spin, which I find very funny.
Muck is broken.
Muck is broken. Like every season, Muck is broken. Neutralizing gas to get rid of Cresselia, wink wink. Toxic debris to get the spikes, wink wink. Corrosive gas to remove items, and now it also gets knockoff. Like before,
it already has knockoff, right?
No, before it didn't. I think it didn't like at all. The base one.
Yeah, the base one didn't have knockoff. I think.
Yeah, I think it didn't have one. Let me check.
Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry.
DLC. I mean, I have it. Like here.
Oh, okay.
Pokemon changes. Does Muck? Is it new on? Yeah, it's new on Muck. It's new. It's brand new.
Oh damn.
So yeah, like it's a very good pick. You have Dido, you all know Dido. Steelix RC in the base form is very good. Or Rough Skin to punish a U-turn before you actually mega.
Yeah, you get to go in for free.
Because like one of the weakness of Steelix is that to mega you have to stay on the field, and a lot of time if you came and they just U-turn on you, they could put something that threatened you. You could not mega. You had to like now you at least get the Rough Skin dots. And Mega Steelix was like we also already saw the boost, but Rapid Spin Glare Call is very good. Electrode Foods. Okay, so important thing are Electric Immunity, even if you don't care, Electric Surge, Flare Boost, and Transistor to hit hard. You also have like a lot of coverage with Focus Blade, Mind Blown, and Overheat, and you get to support with Glare, Spin, and Tailwind. So you have two good spinners, but I will come back on Electrode a bit later. Cobalion has Sharpness plus Sacred Sword, so obviously a good choice. You have Unleash to hit the grounds, King Shield to protect, High Horsepower for a ground move. You also have Moldbreaker to put the S like the Solar Rock no matter what, Steel Spirit to boost your other stab and Intimidate. Aerodactyl cannot get anything from Photosynthesis because we banned Booster, but every other boost like Headlong Rush, Collision, Smash, Acrobatic, everything is very good. Like it's insane. It's very good. Yeah. Very, very good pick.
Does it already get Rockhead?
Yeah. It's base ability. Base ability.
You get, like
Rocket? No, it doesn't have Rocket.
No, it has Rocket in base form.
I think
it has Rocket?
Yeah, it has Rocket.
Now it does, yeah. No, now it does. Okay, yeah. Now it does, yeah. Okay, now I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking of Rampardos, my bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why.
Muscarada won the last season. Okay. Illusion Prankster.
It's us. Latili.
Yeah, literally. Basically, their claw is very cheap. You can run illusion fur coats, which are not that great, but okay. But like Magic Ward is such a huge thing on the big pivoting on
Magic Ward Life Orb is gonna do a lot.
Yeah, you basically all of our sets except Scarf last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Pursuit also.
Yeah,
is very good.
And Dire Claw is such a dirty move.
And to finish with, Enamoris gets Solar to sweep, Earth Swap if you ever need so. Lovely Kiss to sleep people. You can do the workup on Soul Art sets. You can defog, you can clear coil, and that's basically it. So my issue with the draft, I will say it, is that okay, the two STRs are very good, but I would have liked Goldengo somewhere because Goldengo gets Surge Suffer, and you basically drafted Electrode, which main point is to set up. It's like we said with Bronzong. It's like we said, like the main point of Electrode is to set up terrain. So if you don't use terrain, because you don't even have like, do you get the photosynthesis boost? No, it's photosynthesis, so it's not even core drive.
It's on Sun.
Yeah, so it's like you please switch up Ninetales and Electrode this week. Like I don't know why they went for the Electrode this week, because like that's like Ninetales, like Bronzong, like everything we discussed before, which has been priced for something and you are not using it.
Yeah, but at least the speed share is very good.
Yeah, like, you cannot get more speedy than that. You cannot get like Cobalion, Iroh, Meow, Enamoris, Electrode, Dino. You know.
Yeah,
you know what I hate the most about this draft? Terra Steel Enamoris.
Yeah.
It's literally your only fighting resist.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
your Steelix, your Aerodactyl, your Cobalion, and your Meowscarada are weak to fighting.
You could have went
I
fire,
agree.
I feel. Fire or ground. Ground could have been cool, but I will have fire a bit more.
So basically, against any decent fighting type, you're kind of forced to keep Terra Fairy instead of Steel, because if you run Steel, you're just gonna get close combated into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And because of the fact that most
I mean,
like
to be
fighting
fair,
types get
to be
good
fair,
knock coverage,
to be fair, they have Muck. Like to be
No,
fair,
no.
like
No,
Muck.
I play Muk, I know, but like fighting type is globally close combat. Like it's CC.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm
Muk
not saying
doesn't like CC.
I'm not saying you think a lot of those, but you can often like think one and either ace the Swords Dance or like. Okay, the main point is fighting type gets EQ, so a lot of the time.
and it
So
gets Stone Edge for an AM.
yeah, the problem I have with the team is that while I feel it's good, like you said, it's okay. Just don't get me wrong. For me, it's definitely A. Like it's very strong.
Yeah, it's A.
I just feel like there is a bit of wasted potential on the side. Also, I mean, it's fortunate that you have such good removal and that you have Magic Word, because Aerodactyl is gonna play, and Inamoris are gonna play Scarf and Choice Evil Band or Specs a lot. So you will need to remove those. So it's at least it's good that you have good.
Now, just for one thing, this team is like A but low A.
Yeah.
Like, how do you manage to not let anything set up?
Yeah.
Like your answer is Ditto.
Ditto, yeah. But
So
Ditto
basically,
is a good
I mean,
answer,
and
unless
the
you're like-
problem, no, Ditto.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm talking about offensive mons because
yeah, Ditto is a
Muk
fake.
and Ace, but
Ditto is a fake
Yeah.
thing because a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm fine with against setup," and then you just do a sub, and they're like, "Oh fuck." Because basically, if I'm gonna set up on you, I just have to. So imagine I bring my Pokemon, which can like hit hard your Cobalion, and you just want to switch out, and then I do a sub on your switch outs. But the Pokemon you brought was like good to, for example, in on my fire attack, like Aerodactyl, for example. But it doesn't take, for example, my electric attack because like I have Thunderbolt or Flamethrower, for example. How do you switch it on that? Because you cannot bring Ditto. You take T-Bolt on everything. You can take Flamethrower. I took I took it completely by random, but it's actually a very good combo into them, electric plus fire. But what I meant was more like if I have two moves to hit a lot of your team and I just do a sub on a switch out, you don't have any counterplay. Like your counterplay is very hard.
It's a problem with picking Ditto.
Yeah. Is that you are counting too much on Ditto to get rid of a lot of things, and for example, like in the example I took, if I have like fire plus electric, and you switched out on your Aerodactyl, do you stay and take the T-Bolt? If you do, then I got very good rentability out of my play. And if you don't, well, maybe I just set up and you don't know, and so I'm behind the sub with a +1. Like like that's horrible. Like
at the opposite, these teams offensively it's very scary. Like,
yeah.
It's very scary.
It's swept or get swept, like basically.
Yeah, it's hard to switch on it, but instead of the teams that we say it's sweep or get sweep, like this team at least have speed.
My take,
you have the speed.
Yeah, my take is I would have loved to not see Terra in Amoris. I know maybe it's a hot take. I would have loved to see Aero Terra, because if you get rid of the bad typing,
with that.
If you get rid of the bad typing, you can also play, and that I think a lot of people don't realize, but you can also play Aero defensively with Roost plus pressure. You can also play it like this. Plus, you also get a way better value of having DD if you have like Terra Blast. I have Terra Blast plus another type. Because like right now...
I disagree with that, because Inamoris Terra is very too strong, but just not Steel. Like, just not Steel.
I would have liked to see Aero Terra.
Not Steel. No,
I would have liked to
point,
see Aero
just
Terra,
not
I'm
Steel,
gonna
I
lie.
agree.
Like,
yeah, just like fire or water or anything was better than Steel.
I feel like rock. I do still think like rock water or rock anything like on Aerodactyl would have been very good. Like Like,
yeah, no,
really...
I agree because you get like rock polish, head
No,
smash.
no, just DD.
Yeah,
You're already so fast. You don't need to +2, just +1 speed.
I agree that it's strong, but I think the Tira Enamoris is very strong as well, just not Steel.
Yeah, my only issue with Enamoris is that if you're also putting yourself like, not like some Terras we saw before, because we saw some Terras which were like, oh, blast from them anyway, you can die on other things, so it just adds up on your survivability. The problem with Enamoris is that you have to be way better on the timing, because if the opponent reads your Terra, if you get hit by a super effective move anyway, you die. So like you have to time it very efficiently. And for example, knockoff and poison jab are not always run on the same mon. Like it's not the best occurrence. Whereas like a fire coverage on this draft is gonna be played for sure. Like so if you have like poison jab plus fire or stone edge plus fire or like any thing that hits it super effectively normally and fire coverage, which is gonna be played, you are literally like fully weak to fire, you're not getting it. So I agree it's a low A.
And if this team lose momentum, it's a death.
Oh like, yeah, also we didn't talk about momentum, but you have like, I mean, to be fair, you also have a lot of momentum.
Yeah, they have a lot of momentum, but if they lose them, it's a kill. Like at the
if
moment,
if they don't pivot at the right time, it's a go.
Yeah. But they do it well.
Okay. So I'm just gonna put those there. So next team is gonna be the last one of the pool, which is the DDs, not the TDs. We're gonna see first the boost. Techno, we don't care. Sinisha is pretty low price for what it's worth. I think it will of course be higher. Prankster plus Strength Sap, Levitates is not very useful, but Vessel for this kind of cool actually. Burning Jealousy, like a lot of things. Meowstics are very strong. Life Up, Sheer Force, Psycho Boost is...
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Magneton Levitate is cool. Plus Motor Drive gives you an electric immunity. I mean, you don't really need it with like this and this, but whatever. And Agility is also always good on Magneton. Fortress gets the Sticky, which for once is good in this matchup. Like Fortress Sticky is good on this team.
Yeah, it's like... Since it's not a sticky web that is here just to sticky.
Yeah, because it's not just to sticky, and also the mon can function without the sticky web.
Yeah,
it just helps. It just helps. You have Overcool, which goes well with the rain above, but you can like you have basically filtered away to set up alone. Baneful Bunker, Spiky Shield to like go with Iron Bars, Rocky Helmets, and everything. Basically, Overcool is pretty often played Intimidate with a Rock Helmet, so you can either go like that or Iron Barbs if you even want even more chip. Mortal Spin to spin and turn to get the momentum are very good options. Sylveon, it's like a fucking truck because Sparky's Wheel is like Floor Cannon, but it's also it's Floor Cannon plus Aromatherapy basically in a move. Fairy Aura coupled with that makes it very deadly. Septile, we already saw all the tools of Septile, but just imagine like all of the momentum tools, the setup tools and everything, but on Mega Septiles. Very good thing. And you are not forced to Terra immediately to benefit from Regenerator. So, always.
Yeah, like the worst part here is the fact that it loses sharpness.
Yeah. Sunbirds is also great because water immunity is, I mean, we're not gonna say no here. It's always good because waters also have Ice Beam, so Septile Mega. Swift Swim also, which, to be fair, I think a lot of people forget how fucking buffed in attacks base Swampert is.
It's like Headlong Rush,
like 90 and 110 is insane. You also get Headlong Rush, Triple Dive, Wave Crash, and Jet Punch. Very good things. You get the Rain here with a lot of physical options to choose from, and Hurricane or Slash, so very potent SU. And you
Hurricane, Thunder, Drizzle,
and you can walk up, which walk up is very great on this Pokemon because you can actually run, for example, if you face things like Florges or things that are very speed F dependent.
You can just run mixed.
You can just run like you walk up on the switch in and then you just fall tackle and there is no Florges whatsoever. Like it just dies.
It's a good mix, man.
Now for the final nail in the coffin, you can just play this. So this shit as crappy for ghost types. Searing Grace to flinch, for example, with Zenith Bats. Iron Fist to boost Power Punch, Bullet Punch, and Surgic Strikes and Mach Punch. Yeah. And you get to triple axle for the flying types, which I find very cool.
Yeah, globally this thing is broken.
This team is this team is okay. So this team is hard carried by their S, but it's also a very good team outside of their S. Like that's
it's a good team.
I think it is very high A. Like it is a very good team. Like
honestly, I'm thinking about the low S, but we'll see later.
Also that could be also a thing.
I think it's high A, but
I don't really find. I guess the only issue I could have is like maybe Mag plus 4E, because like I don't know.
I mean, my biggest issue is that you're basically you have no ghost resists other than Overquill.
I mean, to be fair, you have
no
I mean, to be fair,
right?
you have a ghost type. You have a Singe Shell, but
okay.
To be fair, I agree, but you have a little patch in the sense that you have bulletproof Fortress for like the Shadow Balls. Like it's a little patch at least, and you have Silver Line.
Okay, sure, you have that.
Oh, you have a Technol. Sorry.
The other issue I have with this team is you're like a 5+1 team, and that +1 is kind of.
I don't really agree.
I just found.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really agree because I feel like it's a 6. And you're gonna have to see whenever you can fit Fortress and Meowstic, because the 6 first Pokemon are very good. Like those are a team I would slot every single week, except if like I need the Sticky Web or I need to like play offensive Swampert, so I don't want to run Stealth Rocks on it, so I play Fortress. But like or I need Meowstic, like. Those 6 first ones are incredible.
Yeah, but I think I found the main problem I had with this team.
Yeah.
It's a feature. Like, you have big holes on your
Yeah, exactly. You have like Sceptile Mega, then you have Taunt, then you have Urshifu. And so like for example, every 100 outspeeds most of your draft. Then every 110 outspeeds most of your draft. Then it's if you have a 110, you outspeed everything except for Sceptile. No, actually Thundurus is fine. Wait. No, it's Thundurus normal.
No, Thundurus is
111.
But that's not what I mean. I mean like the opponent will not need to speed creep a lot. Like
they will either go with a lot of speeds or modest timid. Like they do.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean there are a lot of mons here where you can just run Dimmet, Adamant.
For example, every 100 speed tier is like Adamant or Modest are like 299. So and you already outspeed like everything except for like Urshifu, Thundurus, Sceptile, and Meowstic.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it.
But and the only other maybe. I mean, it's a problem, but it's not a problem because it's Urshifu. But you will majorly like it's physical with Urshifu, and that's all.
Yeah.
But since it's Urshifu, it's fine. Like
it's Urshifu under rain. Iron Fist boosted.
So
with Trojans.
Now the more I look at it, the more I think the team is an S.
Like, I think you have a very
the really annoying part for them is that like if someone brings any other weather, then they're.
I'm checking if there is a major issue. No, I mean they can work without the rain though. Like
they can work without the rain.
Rain really helps.
But like it's like the draft we had last season where it helped a lot, and we basically slaughtered rain in almost every matchup. But like you cannot say they're gonna be rain because like we can just not rain. It's possible.
No, you can say you can't say they're gonna be rain, but you need to prep for the fact that they'll probably bring rain.
Yeah, but they also can. They also can.
That's sort of what holds it back from S tier for me, and puts it in A. Is that without rain, Thundurus is gonna lose like power because you can't run Hurricane, you can't run Thunder because suddenly those go from 100% accurate to being a coin flip.
Yeah, but if you don't play Drizzle, it's to play something like Prankster, and then you are just fishing for another thing. So it's okay because then even if you don't run Drizzle, it's because your Thundurus will do something else. Like you will want some Prankster or anything, and then you are not playing Drizzle because you need the Prankster. But if you don't play Drizzle, you just have to play like Iron Fist Urshifu, and your Urshifu will anyway do a lot of damage. So it's okay.
Yeah, but if you don't run Drizzle, like, what? Then your speed there suddenly hurts a lot, right?
I mean, to be fair, that's
yes, because then you have like a
I'm just gonna apply the logic I have in mind. Is that when I see this team, I'm like, it could maybe not qualify into playoff. It could, like, I can see a shot where you lose maybe too much game because, like, depending on matchups. I mean, we're gonna look at the pool, but like, no.
I mean, I for what it's worth, I don't think it's on the same level as the Machop bars, and therefore I don't think it should be long in the S tier.
Yeah, Machop bars were really threatening. I
mean,
to be
there's a significant gap between those two.
What is there, Dan?
Another big problem is hazard removal. Like,
you
only go away.
Yeah, I do have to admit, hazard removal is not that good.
I didn't even touch on that yet, but that's why I said it's like a 5+1, because Fortress is just quasi required as a spinner.
No, you have also Overquell with the Mortal Spin.
Oh, but, right.
Okay. Yeah, it can be okay.
Then Overquill is required as spinner, and you don't bring Fortress. But then it's still a 5+1.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 5 plus Overquill, and in some instances Fortress.
Yeah, probably. Like, and maybe if you like, oh yeah, this enemy team doesn't have we can ring Meowstic.
I can see a case for A tier.
Okay.
A tier, yes. S tier, no.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, for me, 5+1 isn't necessarily a problem if the 5 is strong enough. But yeah, it's true that here it maybe isn't strong enough to not count it as a weakness.
Yeah, because like Swampert is good, but like it's also a very great comment. If you play offensively, that means that you are losing a lot of defensive presence, like a lot, because it's one of the backbones. Same with Sceptile. As long as you don't mega it, it's gonna be good defensively. But the thing is, a lot of those are gonna be played more offensively in a lot of matchups, and this makes the structure of the team very frail.
Another thing is your 4 main mons, so all of your S and A tiers. If you run ice and grass, you have coverage for all of them. And the funny part is, Sceptile, Mega Sceptile takes 4 times from ice, Swampert 4 times from grass, right?
Well, there is
grass, and then
Urshifu has still Tira for that.
Yeah, you have Terra Steel for that. You're right, but then it's still 3 out of 4 you cover with 2 types.
Yeah, I agree, but it's not that much of a weakness. I mean, I think it's an 8A.
So looking back at the poll, so do we have like anything like that? Like if we look at the poll directly, that we would change in the global rankings, like.
Honestly, it will maybe be a bit mean, but I would like. It confirms the D tier on P2 because like Roaring Moon isn't in the pool you want to be.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Like Roaring Moon doesn't like this pool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's the same with the BGs. Like I said this to Roy before starting. I think Mega Gallade would have loved to be in the other pool.
Yeah, probably because I agree.
Because what we said is like you have Sylveon, Overcall Intimidate, Forestries, Dido, you have Mudsdale, Dondozo, things like Sandslash, Latios Mega, which forces you to run things. You have Zapdos, Tapu Fini, you have Claydol, Bronzong, Celestial. It's really not your best pool. It's Dash Buns.
And the opposite, the S tier, like the Machop Bars, like he loves this pool because there is nothing that it's Melmetal Ardenos to pressure him, so like there is the Village and that's all.
My giga hot take in this pool is that maybe for the Kansas King Gambits, that the Machop Bars is their best matchup.
I could see that. Because it's Terra Weather King Gambit, so like you can.
Because it's Terra Water King Gambit.
And I can see that. I can actually see that.
And it's the same with Seru, because like Seru King Gambit are such a good counter to Melmetal Megalatius.
Yeah,
like those two basically one-on-one always beat their opponent there.
Yeah, but
like And there is Toxapex for the Melmetal as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your case.
That just the fact that the Kansas King Gambits can probably put the matchup bars on 6-1 feels to me that they should at least rise over the Shadows of Marsh.
Yeah, okay, I can see that point.
Yeah, and also
because, I have to win against.
I have to add up one thing is that I think Shadow of Mars drop a bit also because you have Hazard stack, Hazards, Hazard stack with Glimora. Not that much Hazard stack, but like good stuff and like Hazard stack. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. I can agree with this.
Like the fact that as the King Gambits that you basically turn your this is our auto loss into this is our best matchup is just really good.
Okay, I don't know if I... Yeah.
I think it's fine like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they go above the Jinx, but you know, that's... maybe.
Which one were the Jinx again, please?
The Megazord.
Oh yeah, it's above, yeah, it's above.
Right?
Yeah, looking at the matchup, it's above.
Yeah, because like
looking at the global matchup.
I mean, to be fair, it's the same as Shadow of Mars. Is that you have poor removal against like a full stacking pool.
Yeah, and you have Zard. So,
I think I'm gonna cut the record for like this one so that I don't have one single vid of like 4 hours, and instead of like so I'm gonna cut like right